Okay, Stephen, introduce yourself.
Um, my name is Samuel. I have 3+ years of experience in Devops, and in my previous role, I have worked on different tools like Jenkins. I've worked on Jenkins for orchestrating different tools. I've worked on Kubernetes. I've worked on Ansible. I worked on Terraform. I worked on Git, and I've worked on Prometheus and Grafana for monitoring as well.
Okay, that's great. Thank you so much. And Veda, can you able to introduce yourself?
Yeah, sure. Yeah, hello. My name is Veda, and I have 5.3 years of experience in DevOps. Throughout my career, I worked extensively on several key tools for modern software development and deployments, in which the tools like Git I have used for version controlling and for a source code management tool, and I have collaboration with the numerous projects as well. And Jenkins, I have used Jenkins to implement and maintain the CI/CD pipelines to automate the builds, tests, and deployment processes. In in and next thing, I used Docker. Docker is used for the deployment of applications in the container, and after that, I worked on Kubernetes. Kubernetes are used for the deployment of pods using containers using the Kubernetes. And after that, Terraform. I have experience in infrastructure as a code for source cloud resources effectively. And I worked on some monitoring tools like Prometheus and Grafana to collect the metrics of the code and monitoring of the CPU utilization and disk utilization, all those things, and I have virtualized using the Grafana.
Okay. Thank you so much, Veda.
Yeah. Thank
Yeah,
you.
hi Manjunath. Can you able to introduce yourself? Yeah, Manjunath, go ahead. Introduce yourself.
Yeah, I go on. I myself is Manjunath. I completed uh,
Your voice is
organization to
slow.
2 minutes, 3 minutes. Hello.
Yes, Manjunath.
Yeah, hi, myself Manjunath. I have completed graduation 2019, and I have 3 years experience in the same IT company. And I've done the projects projects in basically on Kubernetes and Jenkins and the CI/CD.
Okay.
And I use the tool
Use
like
the tool like Git.
Git for control system, and Jenkins to build and stages. And I use the Maven also to build like war file and jar file because I use the Java code. And I use the Docker, and I have deployed in the Kubernetes like by using the EKS.
Super. Thank you, Manjunath. Right, your introduction was perfect. Okay, but you just confusing. But yeah, your introduction was perfect, and your communication was also perfect. So you just need to prepare. That's it. Rather than there is nothing I need to say about your introduction because within spontaneously you are answering the question. So you just need to prepare. That's it. You just need
Yeah,
to invest 10 to 15 minutes daily. Definitely, you will definitely crack because your communication was very good. But the way of presentation, you need to improve. That's it. Not more than that. You will
yeah, yeah.
automatically improve that when you attend interviews and when you participate in the mock interviews. Definitely, you will boost that confidence.
Okay, bro. Thank you.
Okay then. Thank you so much. Okay, now let's start our interview. Yeah, hi Srinivas. Can you able to introduce yourself?
Yeah, good morning, Pawan. This is Srinivas. Myself is Srinivas. Actually, I'm currently working in Sonata Software Limited as a senior system administrator. So I'm having around 8 years of experience. So currently, I'm planning to move to the Devops.
Okay, okay. Thank you so much, Srinivas. Now let's go ahead. Stephen, like, can you able to share me your screen? I just want to and open Notepad. I will ask you some questions. It's a totally practical, like, it will be like a type of coding interview, not okay. Or anyone, Veda, if you want to participate, you can share your screen. It's up to you. Whoever interested, you can. Anyone? So let's dive into each question with practical, that to real-time scenario-based questions.
Okay. How about now? Can you see me? Can you see my screen?
Yes, yes.
Yes,
With,
yes, I can able to see your screen.
Okay. I already opened Notepad now.
Okay, okay. How can you change your permissions for a file in Linux?
Okay. To do that, you have to write the chmod.
Okay, I want to give a permission only read for user. Okay, remaining others no permissions.
Oh, I think it's gonna be uh for users, right? It's gonna be I think plus U something like that. Oh, hold
You can
on
use
for users.
numbers. You can use number.
Oh yes, I mean to be honest, I don't have know the number offhand. So,
Okay.
but yep, I think you can use maybe 1 second. Where's my pen? View executable. I don't. I think you can use X or
Veda, you
something
can
like that.
help. You can help him.
For read, I think it's 4.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I will use. You want us to use the number? Okay, for.
Chmod
no, yeah,
four double
4.
zero.
4 only. Yeah.
Chmod four
Okay.
double
Oh,
zero example.txt file name.
okay.
Okay, then you will get for user read permission, that is 4. Okay, remaining all others you will get 0 0. Group
Uh,
and
Okay.
others. Right,
So
Veda?
can I use X as well? I can. So I cannot use X. Or I mean
X,
U. I can't
yes,
use U.
no,
You,
we
yes,
need
you
to
can
use
use
R.
you can use you.
Okay.
Yeah, but
Okay.
this naming, like, this number will be easy.
Easier.
I'm not telling that you cannot use you.
Okay. 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 Just
Okay,
want to
just
make
click
sure.
on hide. Okay, there is meet. Yeah, hide. Okay, shall we move to next question?
Yes.
Like, how you will list the partitions in Linux? What is the command to list the partitions?
Partition is it LX or what? I'm not sure about that to be honest. But I know LX you can use in LS and listen.
Or whether you just help him.
Disk fragmentation, which means DF hyphen LSLBK.
Oh, DF, right?
LSBLK. You, if you enter LSBLK, right, you will get the partitions.
Right, like
There is
that.
no space. There is no
No,
space. Nothing but block devices. You will get partitions. In Windows, how you will be having C drive, D drive. Same thing. If you want to see the devices, partition devices, you can use LSBLK. Okay.
Okay.
So what is a command to find out the current load in your system? That is in Linux operating system.
Current load.
Yes.
To be honest, that I'm not sure.
Uh, the command like uptime.
Yes.
Is what?
H stop.
Uptime.
You can use stop command.
Oh, top. Okay, okay, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
there
okay.
you can see that load, right? Nothing but CPU RAM.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying now.
Okay. Next question. What is a command to check all running process?
Oh, running process is that
Yes.
is that is that gonna be the PS?
Yes. You are right.
Okay,
Just write it. Note it down in the notepad.
PS.
PS space AUX.
PS what?
PS space AUX.
Oh, what did you call it? EU.
AUX.
Oh, okay, okay. AUS. Okay, okay.
Yeah,
AUS.
then you will get the process. Okay, next question. What is workspace in Jenkins? This is a theory question. It's not a practical.
Okay, what?
Means
Yeah,
what?
What is a workspace?
workspace in Jenkins.
If you are not talking, mute yourself.
Workspace is basically where your in Jenkins is like where you store like your tar files or something. You store like your jar file or your jar or your WAR.
So it's simple. Like whenever they ask you in the interview, workspace is nothing but whatever the projects we are going to run, everything will be stored in the workspace, right? What are the job we are running in the Jenkins dashboard? Everything will be your job information, build information, every artifact information, everything will be stored in the workspace itself, right?
Okay, okay.
That's the answer you need to give.
Oh, okay. So that I know. Okay.
So if you want to take
One
a backup of Jenkins server,
UX means what? One.
like what would be the process?
So
Sebastian
if
knows.
one take a backup, so if
AUX.
one
I mean, you said that PS hyphen AUX. AUX means what? What is the mean?
Yeah, that thing we will discuss at the end of the session. I will show you. I will give you answer for every question, but after completing the interview, I will. Okay, just wait some more time.
Okay, fine.
okay. What was the question again, please?
So if you want to take a backup of Jenkins server, like what will would be the process? How to take the
So
backups?
yeah. So there are different things you can do. You can always use the team backup. You install the plugins and use the team backup, and also you can always recursively sync as well.
Simple. Like if you want to take a backup of Jenkins, you need to copy a Jenkins home directory. What is a Jenkins home directory? Veda, do you know?
Yeah, we need, yeah, same also. We need to copy the home directory
Yeah.
for
What is the home path?
Warlib Jenkins.
Super. Yes.
Valid. Jenkins.
Yeah. If you copy the varlib Jenkins right into some location, that's enough. That's the backup of Jenkins.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I want to give access to some EC2 instance which is in private subnet to a developer. Developer is working on some project. He need an access to a private okay EC2 instance. How you will give access?
by using the IAM rules in AWS.
Mm.
No, wrong.
Is it by
Server is
actually
running on private subnet.
okay?
Yeah,
So you can use the NAT gateway like enabling.
super. You
Yeah.
are right. Using
Okay.
that NAT gateway, what we will do in the public subnet, using public subnet, you will log in into the private, and like
Exactly.
that you can give. So nothing but you can create a bastion server. Using that bastion, you can able to give access. Nothing but you from public you will directly log into the private. Like that, you can have an access. Yes.
So using the
Yes.
NAT gateway.
So what is the difference between this private and public subnets?
So the public subnet is exposed to the outside world, while the private subnet is not exposed to the outside world.
Okay, how you will expose?
Yeah, so you expose the public subnet using the internet gateway.
Super. All right, you are right. Okay, if I want to deny one IP address,
If you want
okay,
what?
I want to deny an IP address of an EC2 instance, okay, in AWS. How to deny an IP address?
You can always use the security group, right?
Super. Yes, you are right. Okay, what are the restrictions for Lambda service? AWS Lambda service.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay, no issues. I too don't know, but I've just learned about it. Nothing will happen. We will learn. Okay, I want to
Okay.
expose my application which is running in EC2 instance. Okay, how can like I will do that?
I mean, you can always do some setting in the inbound and the outbound rule
Super.
using the security group.
Yes, you are right. So what is the difference between these roles and policies in IAM? In AWS IAM, there is a roles and policies. What is the difference between them?
So basically, rules are set of a set of rules or instructions that are set rules that the users must follow or something, or maybe like an assign. To, yeah, I don't know, to be honest. Don't let me.
In the roles, you will be having policies, right?
Yeah.
In the roles, you will have a policies. Okay, policy is nothing but what actions you can able to perform. In the policies, you will define. That's it. In the policies, you will have a actual permissions. That policies will be added to your Ansible, like sorry, roles. Your roles. IAM role. Okay. What is the Docker file and what are some instructions? I want you to write a Docker file and I want you to explain the instructions what you are written. Okay.
So yeah, the
Write
Docker
some,
file.
yeah, basic Docker file.
So Docker file are set of instructions that are written to create a container or something. You can use it in creating a custom. Let me see for Docker. I'm going to try from you can say Ubuntu, right? I'm trying to see. Please, and maybe it's been a while. I've been doing different things these days. Please, can somebody help me so we can get this out of the way? So from this is the base image. Then maybe like run. No. Do I have to say no? Is it copy?
Okay. What is this copy?
So copy is basically is used to copy it's used to copy information from one file to the other, maybe from one environment to the other. So I mean we have the copy and add. So this copy enables you to
May I know
copy.
what is this copy?
A copy instruction we use to only copy the files from one directory to another directory.
No.
Um,
From your local system
lo-
inside your Docker container to copy anything, we will use copy. So it's not one system to other system. If you tell this, you will get rejected in the interview.
So we are copying from one local environment to the other.
From your local system to inside your Docker container, you will use copy instruction to copy anything. So using Docker file itself, right, you will create a container. Docker image itself, right, you will create a container. What Docker image contains, what are the required for running the application. So if you want any files, what you will do, you will copy. Here you are using copy from your local laptop, local server, nothing but wherever you are running your
Oh,
Docker. From there you will copy information, files, whatever it may be. It's not from one directory to other directory. Okay, I think you learn Docker differently. You should know why we are using a instruction. That's the reason I told you to explain. Okay,
Okay.
go ahead to next step.
Copy. I don't really know what comes next.
Veda, help him with the
You,
instructions.
yeah, you can use add instruction as well. It will, if you have any jar file
That
means
one
it,
already discussed. Copy and add.
okay, we can use expose and which port we need to expose that particular application or something.
Yeah, note it
Expose.
down. Note it down, Stephen.
Okay, you said what? Say that again. Copy.
Expose. You said.
Oh, expose. Okay. Are you talking about expose right here? So what port?
So if you want to expose any port, you will use expose.
8080. Okay, consumer 8080.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Try to note down what are the instructions you remember.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
I'm just expect in the interview also they will expect you to explain the instructions. You no need to worry what are the instructions you are. So you need to note down every instruction. Okay.
Okay. So you can use a maintainer. Uh, then
Okay. Any other instructions?
yes, maybe.
Yeah, Veda, help him.
You can use run instruction as well to run
Yes.
any commands.
Run.
Uh,
I should not help you, Stephen, because you already done Docker practice, right? You need to note down what are the instructions. We
Yes,
have
it's
used
been
run, we have used env, we have used argument, we have used right. What are the instructions we have used, Veda?
we used CMD entry
Yes.
point.
Yeah. You need to note down everything and you need to explain that in the whenever I ask you to write a Docker file, right? You need to note down every instructions. You need to explain that in the interview. That's what they will expect. Okay. So what is the difference between this env and argument, Stephen?
CMD
Env.
and argument. Oh,
Env.
ENV and argument.
Yes.
We talked about this before. So ENV, ENV is basically the environment variable,
Okay.
um, and the arguments. I did not remember the argument, to be honest.
Veda, you know? Veda, do you know?
Yeah, ENV for we are using that while building the image runtime. Argument we no. Argument we used for build runtime during the runtime. Build time. ENV we used both runtime and build time.
No. I just confused. I didn't understand what you said. Runtime, build time, I didn't get you.
When ENV we used for when while image is create building, right, at that time we can use and
Okay, you are wrong. Last question, Stephen. What is the
Argument. Okay.
what is the difference
Sorry.
between the stateful set and deployment?
So basically, stateful set is used for stateful application. It's used for data, mostly database application. Why deployment is also deployment is replica is deployment is dependent on replica. So with deployment, we are also defining our replicas as well. So stateful set is used for stateful application. Basically sticky identification.
Okay, so let's discuss about the solutions for the questions. Okay, you
Okay.
can unshare your screen. I will share my
Okay.
screen. Okay, try to practice. You are like not perfect in Docker file. As I said
Yeah.
you right, we will practice a lot, but while performing in the interview, we got stuck. Okay, now let's come up. So how can we change permissions for a file under Linux? Okay, to change the permissions of a file in Linux, use the chmod command. For example, if you have a file called example.txt and if you want to give read and write permission to owner, read permission to group and no permission to others, you would use chmod 6, nothing but 4 is read, right? 2 will be, what will be 2? Read and write permissions to owner. Okay, read permissions to the group, read nothing but 4. Okay, read and write, what is the right number? What is the read number?
Read
Anyone?
number 4,
What is the right number?
2,
So 4 plus 2 how much?
4 plus 2, 6.
So right, this is 6 for user, 4 for group,
Good.
0 for others, right? Chmod 640 example.txt, this is right or not? Okay, what I've written here, give read and write permissions to owner, nothing but owner of this file, read permission to group of this file, and no permissions to others. So you will use chmod 640. So in a real scenario, nothing but in real time when you are working, if you are a developer who needs to modify a script but want to restrict others from doing so you would adjust the permissions accordingly. Okay, you don't want to give permissions to others, at that time you will just use 0. Okay, thereafter what I have asked you, how can we list the partitions in Linux? Yes, to list the partitions in Linux you can use lsblk or fdisk -l. Okay, lsblk or sudo fdisk -l. Okay, so this is useful when setting up a new disk or troubleshooting storage issues on your server. So what is a command to find current load average in the system? Uptime or top command can be used to find current load average. This is typically checked when you notice the system is sluggish and you want to see high load might be caused. Okay, now I will log into my EC2 instance. Okay, I have already created. I told you that mock windows will be practical. So if you see, I've logged into my AWS account. There is an EC2 instance is running. I created an EC2 instance. Shall we check practically what are the commands I'm talking right now? So shall I create?
Yes.
Okay, shall I create one file example.txt?
Yes.
Touch example.txt. Okay, ls minus la. So what is the permissions have for this? I will copy this, open notepad. paste. So now tell me what is his permissions? What is dash indicates? First dash,
No permission.
it's file. Dash indicates a file. If there is a D, it's a directory. Yes or no? Observe clearly. If there is a D, it's a
Yes.
directory. If it is dash, it's a file. So next what is there? Next is RW dash. Nothing but this is the owner permission. Then again there is a RW dash. This is group permissions. Then again R dash dash. Yes, this is others permissions. Okay. Now I want to give read and write to owner. Okay. Read to group. Okay. No permission. Okay. Permission. What is the spelling of permission? To others. Now tell me what is the command I need to execute. There right now there is a read write for the owner. Read write for the group. Okay. Read for the others. I want to give only read write to the user. Read for the group. No permissions for the others. What is the command? How to change the permission? Anyone?
CH mode.
Okay.
Uh, Read right. 4 plus 2. 6.
Okay.
4.
Okay.
No permissions, right? 0.
Okay. File name. So shall we execute this? Okay. Observe the permissions. Okay. Now I will execute this command. Again ls minus la. Okay. Did the permissions changed or not? Before that this is permission. Now user has a read write permission. What is this dash? Nothing but file. If it is D, it's a directory. So example.txt, it's a file, right? So read write for the owner. Okay. Read for the group. Others no permissions. Okay. You got it right. At least you got some understanding. Okay. In real time, if someone comes to you, if developer comes to you, hey, I want these permissions for a particular file or for right, you can able to change it or not. Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Now let's move to next question. So how to list the partitions? Okay. LSBLK. Right? You are getting the partitions or not? LSBLK. In Windows, how you will be having C drive, D drive, right? E drive. Same like this in CLI, you can able to see, right? These are the partitions. Okay, how much GB? 7.9 GB. Or you can use fdisk minus L. So let me use sudo. Okay, you can see same like C drive, D drive, U drive. You can see the disks. Okay, you got it right. How to check? Shall we go move to next question? What is a command to find the current load? Uptime. Okay, or top command. You can see what are the CPUs, right? If you want to see human readable format, htop, right? So what is the process ID, which user it's running, okay? What is the CPU, what is the memory it's using, okay? So load average, how much load we are getting for the server? There is zero because nothing was there in this server. That's the reason load is 0. Okay, now next question. So how to check running process? I told you that PSAUX. PSAUX. So you will see the running process. Now I think Srinivas left the call. He asked what is AUX. Okay, PSAUX. What is the use of PSAUX command in Linux? So PS command without any option display information about process that are bound by controlling terminal. Okay, let me do that. PS. Okay, just it will show you the your current terminal. So PID, the process ID in your system's tracking number, TTY controlling. Okay, what is PID? In this, PID is the process ID in your system's tracking number for the process. Okay, this PID will be the process ID. For every service, you will get a process ID. Okay, I got it. TTY, that controlling terminal associated with the process. Okay, so this is the process ID and the terminal. This is called as terminal. TTY is nothing but terminal associated with the process. So time, the CPU usage of the process. Okay, how much CPU it's using, that's the time. CMD, the name of command or executable that is running. Okay, what is the command it is running? It's running a bash. So command options, EAUX. So PSX command returns an additional column called stat information. This column can display a large number of possible values depending upon the process it's display. For example, a lowercase s indicates the process in session leader. A capital S means process is in interrupted sleep state. Okay, let me use PSX. So just PSX command returns an additional column called as stat. That's it. Okay. This column can be a large number of possible values depending on the process it displays. For example, a lowercase small s. Yes, there is a lowercase small s or not. Okay, indicates that process is a session leader. That is the root process. A capital S means process is in an interpret sleep test. Sleep test. Okay, capital S nothing but that is in sleep. Okay, and waiting for some event like user input. Capital R means the command is in actively running. Okay, R means just now I executed PSX or not. So that's the reason we got R, nothing but R nothing but actively running. Capital S is nothing but that is sleeping. Okay, small s, what is the smallest? I forget. Lowercase smallest indicates process is a session leader. Okay, T means process has stopped. Capital T is nothing but process is stopped. Okay, now let's see PSAUX. So PSAUX command display more useful information that other similar options. For example, UID column is replaced with human readable username column. PSAUX also displays statistics about your Linux system, like the percentage of CPU and memory to process. Okay, what does PSAUX means? Is a commonly used command in Linux for obtaining information about running process. Okay, what is AUX in PS command? So AUX option modify the PS command to display all process on a system. AUX option is a combination of three flags A, U and X. The flag stands for all. When you use PS, it's list process of all users on the system, and U flag stands for user. Okay, A nothing but all, U nothing but users. Okay, X option will also show you the process without the TT5 or terminal screen. So you will just AUX nothing but all user information. Okay, now you got it right. Now let's move to next question. What is workspace in Jenkins? In Jenkins, a workspace is the directory where Jenkins builds and stores files for a particular project. Yes, each job has its own workspace. I told you, right? For example, if you are running a job in to compile mode, the source code and build artifact will be stored in workspace. Okay, you got it right. What is workspace? In Jenkins, a workspace is a directory where Jenkins build and stored files for the particular project. Each job has its own workspace. For example, if you are running a job to compile code, the source code and build artifact will be stored in the workspace. So if you want to take a backup of a Jenkins server, what would be the process? To backup a Jenkins server, you should backup the Jenkins home directory, which contains all configurations, plugins and job information. I told you, right? You need to copy the var lib Jenkins to the path where you want to take backup. So automating this, we can use cron job. Using cron job also we can take the backups. I want to give access to some instance which is in private subnet to a developer. So you can provide access to instance using SSH, using right Bastion host or VPN. For example, set up a Bastion host in public subnet that the developer can SSH into, and from there they can SSH into a private instance. Right, from public you can create a Bastion, nothing but a temporary server, and it will log in into your private EC2 instance. What is the difference between private and public subnet? Public subnet has a route to internet through an internet gateway. Private subnet does not have a direct route to the internet. Okay, resource in public subnet can directly access to the internet. Resource in private subnet typically access the internet through a NAT gateway. For instance, web servers are often placed in public subnet, while databases are placed in private subnets for security. So if I want to deny one IP address to my infrastructure, how can I do this? So you can use security groups or network ACLs. For example, to deny access using a security group, go to security group in AWS console, add an inbound rule with an IP address to deny it, set an access action to deny. So shall we check practically where I need to go to? I need to go to security groups. Yes, in the security group, just imagine there is a one security group which is all traffic. I will go inside the security group. I will go to edit inbound rule. Okay, add rule. Okay, I need to add the IP address. Just imagine some base dummy IP address. Okay, what is the IPv4? all ICMP. Okay, what are the IP address you want to allow in the inbound rule? You can allow. Then just click on save rule. Outbound rule, edit outbound rule, add rule, IPv4, take any IP address. Okay, like that you can do. Or there is a one more thing which is NACL, right? Okay. So in the go to security group in AWS console, add inbound rule with the IP address 229. Using network ACLs, you would have a deny rule for the specific IP address. Okay. In AWS console, using security group, you will allow access. Using NACL, you will give deny access. Okay. So what are the restrictions in Lambda service? So execution time at you will be having maximum 15 minutes. So what are the script you are running, it should execute within 15 minutes. If it is more than 15 minutes, then you should not use this Lambda service. Okay, and the memory allocation should be not more than in between 128 MB to 10 MB. Okay, disk space also 512 MB, and variable should be 4 KB. So for instance, if you have a function that process images, you need to ensure it completes within 15 minutes and use less than allocated memory. So if it is running taking more than 15 minutes, then you should not use Lambda service. You will need to use some other service. So I want to expose my application which is running in EC2 instance to the outside. How can I do that? Simple. One thing, I need to have a public IP address for my EC2 instance. Yes or no? What is the public IP address? I will show practically. Okay, I will go to my instances, select this server. This is the public IP address, right? So this is a temporary public IP address. If you want to permanent public IP address in the elastic IPs, if you go to elastic IPs here, you can purchase a public IP address. Okay, allocate elastic IP, like that you can do that. That's what you have written. Attach an elastic IP to your EC2 instance. Configure the security group to allow inbound rules, necessary port. Okay, let me go to the security group. Okay, let me go here, edit inbound rule. Okay, all TCP. Let me use HTTP. Okay, TCP 80 port access to anyone. Okay, then I can click on save rule, it will be saved. Okay, right now what I have given inbound rule, I have given all traffic, nothing but allow for all. You should not do that in real time. What are the ports you needed, you need to allow only that, but as we are practice, doesn't matter. Like that you can configure in security group. So you can update your route table as well to allow traffic. So what difference between roles and policies? Okay, policies, documents that define permission. They specify what actions are allowed or denied for which resources. I told you, right? Policies, roles, entities that AWS services or application assume to obtain temporary security credentials. Roles have policies attached. I told you, right, to define what actions can they perform. For example, you might have a policy that allows S3 access and attach it to a role that an EC2 instance assumes. Okay, if you see, there is a server. I will go to instances again. Okay, if I go to actions, instance setting, or go to security, okay, modify IAM role. Okay, I can attach any role, right? There is a EKSCTL role. If I want to attach that EKSCTL role, I can attach to my EC2 instance. So then I will have this EC2 instance will have that particular EKCTL role. Let me go to IAM directly. IAM. I'm not wasting your time, right? Is it okay? Shall I continue? Hello? Am I audible? Hello?
Yes, phone audible.
Okay, okay.
Yes, phone audible.
Okay, shall I continue? I'm just
Hello.
trying to explain practically. Is it okay?
Okay, okay, phone. Explain, please.
Okay. If you see, there is a policies. You can mute yourself, getting some background noise. So in the policies, you will be having what actions you need to do, right? So if you see, there is a administrator access, right? If you see the roles, so you will be having role. Let me search for EKCTL, which we have right now attached. Okay, EKCTL role. So inside the EKCTL role, if you see the permissions, there is a policy, right? So nothing but inside the role, you will be having policies. Policies will define the allow and deny. Right now, what I have done, administrator access, and I have attached to this EC2 instance. Nothing but this EC2 instance will have an admin access. Okay. Now, what is Docker file? What are some instructions? So there is from instruction, specifies the base image, run instructions, execute commands in the container, copy instructions, copy files from host to the container. Yes or no? When I ask you what is copy, you are telling copy from one directory to another directory. You will fail the interview if you tell that. CMD specifies the default command to run. So this is the basic Docker file, right? From Ubuntu, copy, right? Any in my current directory there is a file, copy to /app, run CMD. So difference between this environmental variable and argument. Argument defines a variable that users can pass at build time. But Veda, you said argument runtime.
Yes, yes.
So env sets an environmental variable in the container at runtime. Env at runtime, argument at build time. Okay, argument build version, env app version, dollar build version. This is the example. So then I've asked you difference between this stateful set and deployment. Deployment manage stateless applications, ensuring a specified number of pod replicas are running. Okay, deployment will manage stateful application. Stateful set manage stateful application. Right, provides guarantee about the ordering and uniqueness of pod. Right, in stateful set you will get unique names, right, for your pod. In deployment you will not get that. For example, a web server would be used a deployment, while database requires stable storage, it will use stateful set. Okay, if you want to have a deep knowledge, you need to enroll for Devops. Okay, and you can join for this Kubernetes classes. Okay, now I will terminate this EC2 instance as we completed. So whenever you create anything, don't make it running, terminate immediately. If not, you need to pay an huge amount. Okay. So yeah, this is the flow we will follow. We will start from Git, then after Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Jenkins. So we have completed Git right last week. Now next week we are starting Ansible. So once Ansible will complete, we will go to Docker. Once the Docker is complete, we will go to Kubernetes. Once the Kubernetes is complete, we will go to Terraform. Once the Terraform will complete, we will go to Jenkins. Once Jenkins is complete, we will discuss a real-time project. Once the project is complete, we will go to monitoring. Right? Once the monitoring complete, again the cycle will start from Git. So right now we have completed Git last week. From Monday onwards we will start Ansible. Okay. So this is the class calendar. Okay, we have started Git from 3rd June and we have completed by 14th June. That is yesterday. So you can see the time here. Here is today is the 15th June. Okay. My Ansible will start from 17th June and it will end at 26th June. Okay. Again, Docker will start from 27th June. It will end at 8th July. Kubernetes. Okay, then after Terraform, Jenkins, then real-time project and monitoring. So this is the contact details. You can call and enroll for this DevOps. So you know this flow. Okay. So yeah, that's it for today. Let me stop the recording.